Well, I figured out why I think I had a good semi-normal fuel pressure reading the other time I ran this test. I think it's because my truck was warmed up. Like I'm pretty sure I had just driven it. And then I ran the test. Today I'm starting completely cold, and key on engine off was below 10 psi. Running barely got above 10 psi. Fuel pressure regulator unplugged, didn't move. Plugged the fuel pressure regulator back in. By the way, it is working, it's got vacuum. And now the fuel pressure is slowly climbing, as you can see. So that's it climbing from 10 to 22. And I know it's not this gauge because I was dumb and returned my gauge and got a new one because I thought my damn gauge was broken. But really my pressure's just low as frick. So it's climbing even more, getting close to 25. But as far as I understand, the truck should not have to warm up to get to a certain fuel pressure. It should be the same fuel pressure almost all the time. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never done this before. Let's see if we can give a little gas. Still climbing. Oh, now that we've warmed up a little bit better, just gonna unplug the fuel pressure regulator again. Alright, fuel pressure regulator's unplugged. Barely sitting at 30.5. That's still climbing. Still climbing, it's good. So someone told me if you unplug the fuel pressure regulator on these things, I should be sitting at about 39 psi. Climbing, but I don't know if we're gonna get there. Alright, I don't want to run this thing forever with the fuel pressure regulator undid. Put it back on there. Plugging back in the fuel pressure regulator, dropping back down. Maybe that's where we're going to sit at 28. Acceleration, don't do anything. I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna shut the engine off, leave the pressure gauge on for about an hour-ish and see if it's dropped back down and how much. So let's actually check. It's sitting at about 27 right now. I'm gonna shut it off. See how much it dropped. Staying where it was. Alright. I'll come back in and check it in. So I came back to my truck. It's a little over an hour from then. The gauge read 18 psi, so it dropped about 10 while it was sitting for an hour, which is pretty normal. I started back up, and now we are looking at running about 26. So,